Hello, Perfect Death here, bringing another Ragnarok Online mobile video. In this video in particular, I'll be showing off some of the new, or at least one of the new Royal Guard skills, particularly running through ET with my heal paladin build, just with Royal Guard now. So there's this one really interesting skill that you get as a Royal Guard, which is BattleChant. And this skill is effectively like a passive heal. So every tick you can see, everyone in the party gets healed. And that heal is based on primarily on your vitality. So it's a bit different from the actual the Crusader heal skill, which is based on things like intelligence. So I've been comparing the two quite a bit here and looking at how they work, and also trying out some of the other neat skills. Like in this particular clip, we were fighting Archangeling, who has this like Sacred Light skill, which is like a really high damage skill. And I've actually figured out, this was about the first time I was fighting him, and we figured out if I use Piety, I can change my armor element to Holy, which means I don't die in one shot to Archangeling. And with BattleChant, I can self-heal myself a lot faster now. In some of these, I don't have BattleChant at level 10, so it does around, I think when it was at level 6, it was doing 11,000 per tick. In this one, I think I'm a little higher level, so it's at 13,000. So my heal is like half of that. I think it's like in this particular clip, it's 6,900. So I'm doing about twice as much heal, or twice as much heal from the BattleChant ticks than with the normal heal. And so in that regards, BattleChant is, if you have to decide which you want to use, BattleChant is definitely better. It frees your hands up, you get more time to use other skills, but one of the other neat things is that heal is still pretty useful. Like right there, I activated Dying Recovery when I dropped below 30% health. Dying Recovery does not affect BattleChant. It only affects heal. So when BattleChant, or when Dying Recovery activates, my heal actually can exceed the BattleChant heal. So when that happens, then I want to be making sure that I am using heal during that Dying Recovery period, while BattleChant can definitely keep your HP topped up, keeps the rest of your party alive. And we're fighting Firelord Keho right now, and he does that type of damage reflect to people. So because I've got BattleChant going, the priest is able to self-heal, or is able to heal everybody up, and I'm also helping everybody heal up. So the two combined is actually kind of useful, though you don't need to run a heal build if you're using a BattleChant. BattleChant doesn't need things like holy attack bonuses, because heal, you can improve it by getting extra holy attack, and you can heal it by getting things that improve the effective heal. Both of those do not affect BattleChant. Heal received does affect BattleChant. So I'm also using a level 20 heal, so there's quite a bit that I need. There's quite a lot of work that heal needs to get comparable to just one tick of BattleChant. However, like I kind of mentioned there, if you do have Dying Recovery, then that's very useful. Makes heal worth it in that regard. So I think I'm getting like 19k heals, while my BattleChant is 11,000. So And one of the other things that I've been playing around with are the new ET floor bosses like Garm and Stormy Knight here. And they're kind of annoying. Like we see here, they seem to have extra aggro range because they like to go down the stairs. And then also some of them have that weird, really massive wide AoE. I think that was from Stormy Knight. He's got this big AoE storm gust damage over time effect. That's like screen wide. Fortunately, BattleChant actually can counter that damage over time for the whole party so that the party doesn't die. But it takes us a while to figure out how to deal with these MVPs in particular, get used to them. Garm has they both have very slow storm gust casts, but because I'm using auto guard to reduce the damage I'm taking, I'm getting stun locked in place, or animation locked in place, due to the effect of proccing auto guard a lot. And that's also the case when a lot of these mobs get spawned, because Stormy Knight can spawn cruisers, and those are very annoying to deal with. But if I get locked in place, then it makes it hard for me to run up and cancel Storm Gust. We can even see there that Garm's Storm Gust is actually a wider effect. He was able to hit the people down below by the door, the entrance, even though they weren't, I was pretty far away. And in general, the combination of these two healing abilities does help me stay alive a little longer, but I think I remember seeing Stormy Knight hitting me for shield chain. He can use shield chain, and he hits for 80 to 120,000 damage. And so, yeah, that's almost enough to one-shot my paladin. But yeah, they just ran down the stairs and murdered everybody. We almost recovered from that, but just gotta try, and sometimes we figure out a good system, figure out who to prioritize. In this case, I think we're just, because most of our damage is coming from area of effect meteors, that doesn't do a lot to Garm, because Garm is a water element, but I think Stormy is wind, and Bloody Knight's shadow. So I think our plan was to have the snipers using holy element to kill Bloody Knight first, maybe. But either way, this is another video where I get to die a lot, because that tends to happen, especially on floor 100, because it's 3 MVPs. And there are easier floors, but we're trying to see if we can get some of the fancy loot from the new bosses. And yeah, here you can see meteors against Garm. Not the best option, but I mean, he's actually quite easy to solo tank if he's on his own. He doesn't spawn any mobs. He has a very slow cast speed, so he's very easy to taunt to cancel his AoEs. You can see there when he did that blue aura thing, that's his self-heal ability, so he can regenerate his health, which is probably about the only real trouble. Is if you can't damage him enough, then he can heal himself back up, but we're able to out damage him. So, and with another group here going through Fire Lord Keho and them, some of our guys ran up. Fire Lord, he's kind of similar to Archangeling in that both of them get a really strong single target attack ability. the skill that they use seems to be able to ignore taunt. A couple of times I've actually, gone up to like Archangeling or Firelord, taunted them, and then they just turn and nuke one of the other teammates. Well, they're still aggroed to me, so their auto attacks are going to me, but they keep using their big AoE skill, or not their AoE, their single target high damage skill on just anyone, really. It seems I've seen them like just randomly shoot at the healer before, and it's like, what? But in general, they're elemental skills, so if you have the counter to that, so if it's a Fire Lord, then you want to use a fire element. For Archangeling here, if I use Holy Element armor, then his skill just, it hurts, but it generally only does about half of my HP of damage. Because yeah, you can see there, he hit me there and dropped me down to half health. Sacred Light, you can cancel it, because he does cast it, but he likes to spam it. So sometimes if you taunt him and cancel it, he will start casting another one, and then you don't have enough time, because taunt has a 2-second skill delay. And so when that happens, then you can't cancel his thing. So you can just see he's just Sacred Light, Sacred Light. I think I survived it that time because of a Death Blow food. So you definitely want to use Death Blow foods if you face Archangeling or Firelord. And here we go, floor 100. Oh yeah, I forgot to put my Marta cat on. So I got silenced and I was like, wait a minute. So remember, wear the right gear. I think at that time I had changed my Heal Paladin build, and I forgot to change what hat I was wearing. But in this example, we fairly easy managed to take control over the situation because I didn't get silenced. And yeah, there's Stormy Knight's AoE ability. He started injuring everybody, but the BattleChant was able to out-heal the damage. And I think at this point I've got my BattleChant at level 10. I think I have Piety at level 3. And so I've got it fairly strong. It's able to do 13,000 health heals per tick. Still not quite enough to just out-heal 3 MVPs hammering away on me. But mostly it's because both of them are hitting me with Storm Gust at the same time like that. And there's an 85,000 damage shield chain when he does Berserk, and then he does shield chain. I think it's like 125,000 was the highest I saw him hit me for. And I think I've got 160,000 HP at this time. Still, he's dropping like half my health with a single shield chain. There's an 89,000 shield chain. But yeah, the MVPs, Garm, I'm not sure why they are able to aggro that far. It might be that somebody had either the pet aggro or somebody was just standing too close to the stairs. Doesn't always seem like that's the case because I haven't seen some of the other MVPs do that, but oh well. And yeah, there's an example of my taunt having reached its limit. They got me with a Storm Gust because Detard was able to spawn a couple of mobs, and that prevented my taunt from actually landing on whoever, either Stormy or Garm. One of the two was casting Storm Gust. And there I tried to taunt Garm from below, but again there's a bunch of mobs that detard spawned, so I was unable to taunt Garm to come back up the stairs. So in this particular party composition, we don't have any crowd control, and that makes it quite difficult. So Garm doesn't spawn mobs, which is nice, but Detard and Stormy do the see here. I actually recommend doing Stormy next because I didn't like getting hit by shield chains that took half my health. So I'm like, well, yeah, we should probably do him first. Oh yeah, and there's Garm's wide AoE. Yeah, 73k shield chain. But in this particular example, what ends up getting us is actually Stormy Knight, that we're trying to take him out. And he gets his cruisers spawned. And his cruisers are really annoying because they're ranged, fairly high attack speeds, and because of that they are able to stun lock us very easily, and that prevents me from moving up into range to taunt to cancel their storm gust, and it also prevents us from kiting if we lose control over the situation. Just waiting for that. It's almost there. Yeah, we're also not doing a lot of damage because I think our group was using wind element against Stormy. And I think Stormy is wind element, but he looks like he should be water element. Yeah, Stormy's basically 2 MVPs, but yeah, there's the cruisers. There's a lot of them. You can see how fast their attack speeds are. And so I don't really have any way of crowd controlling them because, you know, Garm there, I'm trying to taunt cancel him. And I was able to taunt cancel his Storm Gust once. And I managed to pull Garm back up. But right there I failed to get within range to taunt again, because there's just that firing line of cruisers, and yeah, I can't get up to them at this point because now there's just too many cruisers in the area shooting. So that'll be that for this video. We managed to eventually take them out, but took a while before everything worked out, so take care.